Hey guys, it's Core or Adam. um, yeah, as you can tell by the title, this is a little different video, mostly because it's a complaint video, and I usually don't, complain too much on here, if at all. I mean, I think I maybe have like one or two other videos, but or I complain about a box, that I open, but I'm complaining about uh that LA Comic Con because I went to I went today for Friday. Definitely going back for Saturday because I have some artists I need to get signed for my big book for the Marvel 75 years. But the thing I wanted to complain about was, well, there's a couple things. So first of all, the LA Comic Con, even when it was called Kamikaze, I was first there. Badge pickup was easy, it was quick, not that many people because it was a Friday. Fridays are usually just shop days, and then a few people there to sign and stuff. But I was mostly there just to get Stanley signatures, which I had three. One of them was for one of my coworkers, and two of them were for me. For those that don't know what I was gonna get signed, I was gonna get these signed, which I have one. This is a black and white, and then I have a colored one. Which the colored one was for my coworker, and the black and white was for me. They are very limited series posters. They're by an artist called, he goes by Raid 71, also known as Chris Thornley, I believe it is. And the crazy thing is that I've opened up the Stanley box, and the Stanley box had an item from that artist, which was the the Comic Con kind of bag backpack, and it had that same outline of Stanley's face, and then inside it had little hearts, kind of reminiscent of like old like 50s and 80s cartoons, or not not cartoons, comics where they had the little dots. If anything, older than that. Like Dick Tracy kind of stuff, where it had the little dots to add color into their faces or their clothes or whatever. And it was called the Summer of Love, which was cool because I was thinking, hey, I might have helped out this guy get this commission because I had taken these posters, which I have two already signed, which is one black and white, one colored, that I had gotten about a year and a half ago, and I was getting these signed some more because hey, they're pretty cool. I mean, they're very limited. The black and white's only 10, the colored's 50, so 60 in total, pretty much. And apparently, I don't know what happened between Stanley's group. I know this is not a Stanley. Stanley will sign anything pretty much. You pay your ticket, you're there, you wait. He will sign. This is the people that work for Stanley that make these rules and stuff. Because when I was up there getting my signature, I mean, waiting 3 hours just to get in, and then waiting another 2 hours just to get my ticket and to wait for the signature. Five total roughly. Besides the walking back and forth, which I gotta say there was no communication at all to anyone, uh, whether it was online, whether it was in the brochure, whether it was there in person. Nobody knew where to go to get. They had pre-sale tickets online, which I had gotten three of them, and nobody knew where to redeem them until we were literally inside there, and we had to talk to multiple people to figure out, oh, it's on the other side of the convention hall. And that's where you go, where now there's a giant line for two lines. One's for a free autograph, and one is for the Stanley autograph. And there's only two people working the booth, which there's five booths, so there could be 10 people working, two in each booth. It's only two people there right at the opening of the convention hall, which they opened the convention hall to the main general public about 20 minutes late, to add on to that. So people were rushing just to make sure they get in line first or get to their ticket. I was lucky enough to make some friends in line, so they helped out, really helped each other out, get in line and get some good spots for both the redemption and the Stanley signature. But the thing is, like I said, I waited, got through, almost 6 hours of, just waiting. I go up there to get my signature, which one of them is a comic uh, which and then the other ones are the posters. And as soon as I put the posters up there, which I just took out the glass and just left them in the frame, so it's easier to sign. Uh, the guy next to Stan and his bodyguard pretty much, they're like, "Oh yeah, we're not signing those." And I'm thinking, what the hell? Like I've had these signed before. Why are you now, not signing them? Which is crazy because the thing I had heard from other people, he wasn't signing any Todd McFarlane stuff either. And it's like, why? It's, we pay, the tickets are $120. We wait in line. Like I said, I'm not blaming Stan Lee. I'm blaming the people around him, because they're the ones that said no. I mean, even Stan kind of looked up and it's like, he looked like, well, why are we not signing this? It's not on him at all. It's the people that work around him are just, I don't know. So the excuse that they gave me is that, I said, well, why not? I had gotten these, signed before. And he's like, yeah, that was before. And apparently he said, the artist had apparently done these pictures, well, posters, without the consent or permission from Stan Lee and his group, which is like, well, not every picture of Stan Lee is, run through Stan Lee. It's art for a reason. He created this. It's not like, he used his likeness, but it's still art, which art has a very, fine limitation in law and everything. If anything, it's on the parodied lines pretty much to use his likeness with his characters, in his face. So it's art, which is stupid because it's like, well, what? I just didn't get it. I paid my due. I waited in line. Why can't he just sign it? What's the point? There's only 60 made of these. 10 for one and 50 for the other, and it's like, he said that they tried to work out a deal with the guy, and he just wouldn't, play ball. And I'm just thinking, there's 60 goddamn posters made. You're not gonna make money on these. They've already been sold far before, the first time I actually got these signed. Which, like I said, I got these signed about a year and a half ago. They were on sale originally on the website, about a year before that. So it's all done. All the money's been transferred and done. There's no getting money from it. And if there is, it's not that much. I think originally they sold them for like $40 or $50 each. $40-$50 for 60. 3,000 at best, not including the shipping fees or any taxes that you have to pay on that. Just everything else, that probably the website too and everything. It's like, you're gonna be this petty for maybe like $500, $1,000 that you would have probably made, for your cut on those posters, which had already been sold and you had no problem signing before. I mean, I'm like, did I screw this up? Because no, I did not. Did I bring this to their attention? It's like, no, because he had, apparently they commissioned him for the work with the bag. So what's the whole deal with that bag? Came out in August. You telling me between August and October you had like a falling out with him? Like, what's the point? How? You already, how are you not, getting this? it's just, I don't know. Like, it was just a pain. And it was just, I don't know. It just really baffles me. It's like, well, it's, Stan Lee doesn't have a problem with it. Why do you guys have a problem with it? He's the one signing it. Why are you, not letting him sign it? He wants to sign it. It's not, he has no problem with it. And I just don't get it. It's stupid. It's for like so little money, like considering how they said it, that they try to make a deal, and he didn't want to play ball, and it's like, how it's like, it's not that much money, and it's stupid. It is really stupid. So yeah, so that happened. So I had to go. I called my coworker, told him what was going on. He was like, "Yeah, it's some bullshit. Like, it's just straight out bullshit that they're doing that, because it's like, well, it's just dumb. I mean, like I said, the convention. I mean, I don't know who organized it. It's bad. Like, how all exhibitors and everything were like, they're all set, but anything that was Stanley like base, they just were not ready. And it's like, how are you not ready for this? You've had, pre-sales. You had 2 months to figure that out. The comic convention, you do it every year. How do you not have that set up? I had gone there for AX, in July, and they were on everything. They didn't know the answer. They radioed in and asked what the answer was. What it was. And it's just like, I don't get it. Like, are they trying to cut corners, or what? But they're just like, the people around Stanley that work around him, they're all assholes. They don't care about anything besides money. If they cared about the fans, they wouldn't limit what he would sign. Stanley's not limiting him, what he wants to sign. Stanley doesn't care. You came, you showed up, you paid, here's your signature, where you want it. That's it. He doesn't, mind. So why does everyone around him care? If he's supposed to be the boss, if it's in his name, it makes him look bad. But I know it's not him. Personally, it's not him. It's him because it's, the people that work around him and his company, they're the ones that are just messing it all up for everyone else. So I don't know exactly how many people didn't get their stuff signed, but there were a few people that didn't get stuff signed. It's pretty bad because it sucks. I mean, it's stupid. It had to go through all that. I mean, yeah, I get it. They do have the right to, refuse, because it's a service and all that stuff. But still, it's a stupid point to refuse. I mean, yeah, usually if you refuse, you have an issue with the person that you're doing business with. Like me, I bought the ticket. You're doing business with me. What's my issue? The issue is not with me. It's with you guys not wanting to sign what I brought. And it's not like it was some ridiculous thing that I brought in. It's a poster. People have tons of posters signed by them. Just because it's an artist that may have said, something or stood up against you guys, now you're taking an issue with that guy. And apparently, like I said, you had issues with Todd McFarlane stuff. Todd McFarlane's there at the con. How are you not signing stuff for him? You hadn't had issues before, and now all of a sudden, you have issues. I just don't get it. I don't get it. It's stupid. So, luckily for me, I found someone to sell my ticket to. He got there late, so unfortunately he didn't. He didn't know what was going on with the Stanley tickets, the signature tickets. So I think they were sold out pretty much by the time he was there. And luckily I bumped into him with the information, because I was going to ask how to get a refund. And that was the thing I was worried about, is because they're really stingy on refunds. And luckily I sold one ticket for him, and then I found something else to get signed, because literally all I brought was just the 2 posters in my comic book, which I got the comic book signed, and CGC'd it. So I had 2 signatures. Luckily I sold the one, so I got a refund from my coworker, which sucks because it's the second time I tried to get his poster signed, and it's just like, I hate failing. When it's just such a small issue. And last year, I hurt my back, and that was nothing that I didn't see coming. No one saw coming. So that that was my fault. Well, not my fault, but I mean that's just a freak accident. But this year it's like I had everything planned. I got there early. I was one of the first like 30 people waiting for to get their signature. I was set. Everything was set. I had everything prepped. I had my markers. I had everything. And I get up there and they say no. Like, I mean, it was the con had already gotten off to a bad start. First going to the Stanley area and then not know, that's not where you redeem your Stanley ticket from the online pre-order. So you got to go back and then you got to wait in another line, which took like an hour and a half at least. And it's so fucking stupid. I mean, excuse my language, but it's really due in this video because it is so fucking stupid. The people around him just fucking assholes every fucking time. And it's just, I hate it because he doesn't, I mean, they probably play, nice with him, and it's just like, the people that work at the Stanley collectible and everything, like, they're just fucking assholes. Like, there's like no customer service at all. They don't give a fuck. And it's just bullshit. I'm just ranting now. It's so fucking stupid. I mean, I got lucky, found some cool art. I mean, I am going back tomorrow, but fuck. I mean, at least I don't have to deal with the signature anymore, because I know Saturday is gonna be crazy. So yeah, I just had to throw that out there, man. It's just bullshit. Like, I can't think of any other word. It's just fucking bullshit. And I mean, hopefully tomorrow will be more fun. I might get a mystery box. They have a couple there just to throw opening, but more or less, I don't know, maybe. I mean, I've already spent quite a bit, and yeah, so sorry, not everyone's gonna really care about this video, but I just had to put it out there because it is fucking bullshit. I don't know what's going on with the convention. It's just one of the worst, like, run conventions around right now, and it definitely needs to get better. Before, if they really want to be taken seriously, they gotta bring their A game, and they need better people for sure. People that know what the hell they're doing, because they are just flying by the edge of their seat, and it's just, you have pretty much a whole year to prep for the next one. So I don't know what the hell's going on. But yeah, that's it for now. Sorry about, if you don't like this video, but like I said, I just had to throw it out there. So next time, guys. Later.